Hey, good Monday morning. Monday morning, yeah. The birds are singing. Yeah, you hear 'em? It's going to be a rainy day, but we need the rain, so thank God for that. But I don't know where you're watching this video from. I know some folks will watch it from Egypt, other folks will watch it from Jerusalem, other folks will watch it from Jordan, Bethlehem, even over in Jericho. But as a people, this social media platform allows us to communicate with one another. And I am crying out for people to be in prayer for Afghanistan. And it's not just a hashtag, it's not just a post on Facebook, it's not just, these are real people in a dire situation, people who have no hope, people who have no future because of the Taliban, because young girls are being taken out of their homes, they're being raped. As a father and grandfather, I can't imagine what it must be like for the fathers and grandfathers over in Afghanistan trying to protect their daughters, trying to protect their granddaughters from men who are trying to do evil things. We as a people, we need to be united in prayer, because you know what? Prayer changes things. In the book of Exodus, when a new Pharaoh arose, and whenever the Hebrew people began to be treated miserably, tortured, they had slave taskmasters over them, and it was just a cruel life and lifestyle that they were facing. But what did they do? They cried out to God. In Exodus chapter 3, verses 7 to 8, it says, I have seen the misery of my people in Egypt. I have heard them crying out. I have heard them crying out. This is God speaking to Moses. Not only did God hear them crying out, but God, with God's eyes, saw the misery of the people in Egypt. And he says, I am concerned about their suffering. I am concerned about their suffering. I have come down to rescue them. And I'm praying, and I hope you're praying, for safety and protection, for a miracle to happen in Afghanistan that will just protect those families, that will somehow, in some way, give them hope that they need right now, because they're desperate. And there are folks in our own communities who are desperate, but for different reasons. I know folks right now who are fighting COVID-19. Yeah, seriously, they are. They're fighting COVID-19. Last night I got a prayer request for an 18-year-old who has COVID-19 here in Ritchie County. There are folks not just in Ritchie County fighting. Last week on Thursday, I got an update from the Mid-Ohio Valley Health Department. We have 7 positive cases and 10 potential, which means that there's a possibility of 17. That was on Thursday. I'm getting prayer requests from folks in Florida who are reaching out because they have relatives who have COVID-19. Folks in Tyler County, West Virginia, reaching out for prayer because it's more than one person in one family who has COVID-19. Our world is a scary place today, but it's not just because of terrorism. It's not just because of a disease like COVID, but there are folks watching this right now who are struggling with Lyme's disease, cancer. Some of you watching this, you have to drive to Morgantown Monday through Friday so that you can get your cancer treatments. And on top of fighting this deadly disease of cancer, you have to deal with all the side effects of chemo and radiation. And you have to find transportation back and forth. And I'm praying for you. I'm praying for those families. You know who you are. There are young couples right now struggling with marital issues. Some are on the brink of divorce. And you know what? Everyone that I'm lifting up in prayer, remember what happened in Exodus chapter 3, verse 7 and 8. God says, I have seen the misery of my people in Egypt. And I think God sees the misery of his people in Afghanistan. God sees the misery of his people wherever you are right now. And whatever you're praying for, whatever you're lifting up. Some people are dealing with addiction and substance abuse issues. Some are dealing with mental health issues. Some have medical testing to be completed today because you may have a lump and the doctors don't know what it is. And everyone watching this video, you are living with fear. Whether it's terrorism, whether it's a disease, whether it's addiction, it could be grief even. But God says that I have seen the misery of my people in Egypt. And God doesn't leave them in that condition. What does God do? God sends them somebody that will bring them hope, that will bring them help, that will deliver them from their situation. And folks, wherever you are, I'm praying in the name of Jesus for each and every one of you for healing. I'm praying in the name of Jesus for those who are grieving. I'm praying for those who are struggling with marital issues. I'm praying for those who are struggling with mental health and addiction issues. You're not alone. God said in Exodus chapter 3, I have seen the misery of my people in Egypt. God knows your situation. He hears our prayers. Let's do our part and trust God. And let's watch God make a miracle happen, not only in Afghanistan, but wherever you are and whatever you're facing. Hey, this is Pastor Bill from St. Luke's United Methodist Church, Harrisville, West Virginia, Ritchie County, West Virginia. Wherever you are, I hope you're happy, I hope you're healthy, and I hope you're safe. Have a great day, everyone. God bless.